In West Virginia, there's a luxury hotel for the rich and famous that boasts over 700 guest rooms, exclusive restaurants, an 18-hole golf course, and a secret underground bunker primed for Armageddon.
Nuclear anxiety is peaking in the 1950s. And the U.S. president is concerned about the safety of the government in the case of a nuclear attack. The government has commissioned these bomb-proof havens for the president and his cabinet.
Now they want a bunker for members of Congress, somewhere big enough to house over 1,000 government officials and discreet enough to keep it secret. The answer? A five-star hotel.
The Greenbrier is a luxury resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. This place is a slice of old-school luxury where the rich and powerful come to do business and relax. You can find presidents or celebrities sipping drinks at the bar.
It sounds like the perfect place to see out World War III.
It's far enough from Washington, D.C. that hopefully it could escape the effects of a direct nuclear attack on the capital city, but also close enough that people would be able to escape to it in time.
It's shielded by mountains for extra protection.
Perhaps what swings it, literally, is the hotel's golfing facilities. Eisenhower is a regular on the Greenbrier course.
The government discreetly approaches the hotel for their assistance, and the management at the Greenbrier are happy to oblige. The only problem is keeping it a secret.
An immense construction project on the grounds of the Greenbrier is sure to get the VIP guests gossiping, so the bunker needs a cover story.
The Greenbrier gets a brand new extension, the West Virginia wing. Underneath, a vast doomsday bunker, unlike any other, begins to take shape.
The bunker underneath the Greenbrier Hotel hosts 153 rooms spread out over 112,000 square feet. There are 2 chambers for the House and the Senate, and there's this vast hall for joint sessions. It's essentially a giant underground capitol for the government to continue functioning in the event of a nuclear war.
Beyond these chambers are the facilities you'd expect in a top-of-the-range government survival bunker. High-pressure shower to rinse off nuclear fallout, over 1,000 beds for congressmen and women, a hospital, a cafeteria, and a small arsenal of handguns.
Perhaps the most impressive features are 2 enormous blast doors to seal Congress inside.
Each door is 19 inches thick, weighs 28 tons, and they're strong enough to withstand a nuclear blast from only 2,000 feet away.
If a bomb drops on the 8th hole of the golf course, anyone behind the blast doors will be okay.
And these doors are hidden behind a false wall in the exhibition hall, just inches away from where guests are mingling.
For 30 years, the false wall stands firm, and the bunker remains secret, until 1992, when rumors finally begin to leak out.
Ted Gupp is an investigative reporter for the Washington Post, and an anonymous source tips him off that the Greenbrier Resort might not be all that it seems.
Gupp speaks to former employees who confirm that something mysterious is hidden beneath the West Virginia wing. But for a genuine scoop, Gupp needs hard evidence.
So he decides to go stay at the Greenbrier himself to see if he can get that final bit of proof.
When Gupp meets the manager, he goes straight to the point. He asks, is there a government nuclear fallout shelter under the hotel? Well, the manager immediately denies this.
Gupp doesn't get the answers he's hoping for, but he's determined not to leave the Greenbrier without his story.
Gupp visits the office of a maintenance company called Forsyth Associates, who are supposedly in charge of maintaining the Greenbrier TVs. When he gets to the offices, he sees something strange.
He sees a wall covered with books on nuclear war and Armageddon. You don't need that if you're building TV antennas.
When he digs deeper, he finds out that many of the people who work at Forsyth Associates are former U.S. military cryptographers and radio specialists.
Turns out Forsyth Associates is just the front company. Their real job is maintaining the communications for the bunker.
The Washington Post runs Gup's story on May 31st, 1992. And the Greenbrier secret is finally unearthed. Within days, the government goes public about the Greenbrier bunker and announces its deactivation.
Today, the bunker is a tourist attraction. For about $50, you can go tour the halls where the American government might have been reborn after Armageddon.
As the Blitz hits London, Winston Churchill needs a bomb-proof shelter where he can lead his troops in secret. It's got 70 rooms, 500 staff, and the strangest thing about it, a private line to the president inside his restroom.
By 1938, the British government know that war with Germany is on the horizon, and this war is going to be unlike anything in human history. For starters, the Germans have the aerial capability to rain bombs over Britain's towns and cities on an apocalyptic scale.
To stand any chance of winning the war, the British government needs an emergency hideout. And the safest place is underground.
Halfway between the Prime Minister's residence in Downing Street and the British Parliament sits the Treasury. Here they have a vast basement, 10 feet below the ground, which is used to store thousands of Treasury documents.
A top-secret makeover begins.
This underground space beneath the Treasury is divided into 70 hyper-secure rooms. Now, this included everything from the Cabinet Office, offices for secretaries and switchboard operators, and a dedicated bedroom for the Prime Minister himself.
The war rooms are kept on standby for a year, until London comes under attack, and Winston Churchill takes his cabinet underground.
On September 7, 1940, the Luftwaffe dropped 1,000 bombs over the capital, killing 430 civilians and injuring 1,600 people. It's called Black Saturday. Black Saturday is only the beginning. 57 consecutive days of attacks follow, testing the resilience of both London and its leadership as never before.
Despite the hammerings, the war rooms and Churchill survive. So, the Germans turn up the heat.
By late 1940, the Germans are using parachute mines, and these weapons descend under an open parachute, and they're fused such that they will explode at rooftop level, and they'll create a pattern of destruction that's 300 feet in diameter that can flatten an entire city block. If a weapon like this were to explode over the cabinet war rooms, it could bury the Prime Minister and the entire war cabinet in one shot. That's a risk that simply cannot be taken.
The underground compound is reinforced with a massive concrete roof, referred to as the slab.
That means that the cabinet war rooms can sustain a direct hit from a 500-pound bomb.
During the renovation, Churchill requests the expansion of the complex itself. It triples in size, making room for 500 personnel working underground 24/7.
Such a bustling underground workspace brings one particular problem that Churchill hates above all others.
Churchill is notoriously sensitive to excess noise, so 500 people working in a busy, claustrophobic, and echoey underground environment can cause quite a ruckus.
To make the boss happy, several things are put in place. One of them is phones that don't ring, but instead light up whenever someone is calling. They also import noiseless typewriters from the United States to mitigate all the noise that will be created inside this underground bunker.
The expansion of the cabinet war rooms brings a new problem. With so many people coming in and out, Churchill fears classified talks with the US president may be compromised by spies working for the other side.
He needs a secure line of communication with Franklin D. Roosevelt, so he figures, where's the one place I'm not going to be interrupted or eavesdropped on? The bathroom. Churchill has a new private toilet installed for his personal use, and inside is actually a phone that connects to an encrypted line direct to the Pentagon in Washington. So any spy will just assume that the Prime Minister is taking a bathroom break, when in reality, he's actually masterminding victory. Kind of goes back to the old adage of your best ideas happen when you're on the toilet. Perfect example.
The cabinet war rooms remained the beating heart of Britain's war effort for almost 6 years. Then, 2 days after Japan's surrender, on August 16, 1945, the war rooms and its secrets are locked for good. For 40 years, it lays beneath London, untouched and forgotten. Then in 1984, the bunker secrets are finally revealed when the Imperial War Museum opens its doors to the public.
Everything is restored to its original state, frozen at the precise moment when the Allies won the war.